Teachers Union now weighing in on all that talk of arming teachers to fight school threats. Of course, President Trump pushing the idea, and as we reported yesterday, Detroit's police chief supports it under the right conditions. 7 investigator Jim Kirchner live with this growing debate. Jim?
That's right, Stephen. The commander-in-chief and Detroit Police Chief James Craig share the same fundamentals when discussing having some teachers carry guns. Those teachers would have to go through background checks, no criminal past, no mental illness, extensive firearm training, and the president says be adept with guns. The police chief says maybe a military background. The president this morning in a speech said a teacher with a gun could have saved lives in Florida.
Crazy man who walked in wouldn't even know who it is that has it. That's good. It's not bad, that's good. And a teacher would have shot the hell out of him before he knew what happened.
I'm not saying uniformly that we should give every school administrator, every school teacher a weapon.
I think it's misguided. I don't think that teachers have any business with guns in schools with kids.
Detroit schools have had no gun threats that have made the news in recent weeks, but the chief says that does not mean they are not happening.
We've had a number of threats over the years against schools. We follow up. If the school notifies us, we don't wait for another agency.
These don't all hit the news.
They don't.
The chief makes it clear any teacher who would carry a gun would be extensively trained and checked out. But the Detroit Teachers Union vice president points out the largest school district in the state with 50,000 kids and 3,300 teachers has a DPS police department.
There needs to be a vetting process. That's all I'm saying.
And you would be okay with that vetting process for some teachers to carry guns in Detroit schools?
Some. I didn't say all.
We have security, but we don't have armed security.
Detroit schools have metal detectors at the doors, but that's not widespread in all districts. I'm here in Berkeley. They don't have them here. Carolyn and Stephen, school security is something everybody is thinking about again in this new world.
You're right about that. Thinking about it, talking about it, and trying to figure it out to keep all of our kids safe. We'll have to wait and see what happens, right?
You bet.
All right. Thank you so much, Jim.